Welcome, students. Today is Tuesday, October 20th, and we're going to continue our unit on using place value to add or subtract. Today is lesson number 8, and the specific lesson is about standard algorithm addition. Your learning target for today, I will add two multi-digit whole numbers using the standard algorithm. Our essential questions are remaining the same. We're just continuing to build upon them each day in this unit. How do we make sense of larger numbers? How does understanding the value of digits help answer real-life math problems? Our next slide. What two addends could equal a sum of 8,532? Now, the word here, addends, some of you may be familiar with it, some of you may not. Addends are the numbers that you add up to get a certain sum. So addends are the two different numbers that you add up to equal this. Okay, that's what the addends are. So we're going to pause for a minute, and I want you to think about it in your notebook. In your notebook, I want you to consider the question and to figure out what two numbers can you add up to get to 8,532. Okay, so you've had an opportunity to try to figure out what two numbers could you add together to equal 8,532. So I've gone ahead and done one of them. And there's several different answers, guys, that you could have chosen for this. And what I did was I picked one, and basically the number is the same, 4,266 plus 4,266. I basically just took this entire number here and I said I'm going to divide it by 2 and see if it's an even number with no remainders, and it was. Okay, so here we have in the ones column 6 plus 6 is 12, so I have the two ones here, and I have to regroup for this for the one group of tens right here. And now in the tens place, I have 1 plus 6 is 7 plus 6 is 13. So I've got a 3 for the 3 here goes in the tens column, and the one group of 100 goes in the hundreds column. So now I have 1 plus 2 plus 2, which is 5. And I do not have to regroup the hundreds place. So now I go over to the thousands place, and I add up the 4 plus 4, which is 8. So my answer will be 8,532. But this is just one example of two numbers or two addends that you could add up to get to the number of 8,532. Okay, so let's go to our next slide. And on this next slide, it says standard algorithm addition. Jamal completed the problem 537 plus 295 in the following way. So we set it up in the standard algorithm way here. 537 he put on the top plus 295. You see he has the numbers lined up place value wise the way that they should be. The ones are aligned perfectly in the ones column, and the tens in the tens, and the hundreds in the hundreds. Okay, so let's take a look at what he has. 7 plus 5 is 12. So you have the 2 goes in the ones column, and you have to regroup the one group of 10, and it goes over to the tens column at the top. That's what the 1 represents. So 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 9 is 13. So the 3 goes down at the bottom here in the tens column, and that one group of 100s goes into the hundreds column. So now you need to add up everything in the hundreds column. And you cannot forget about the numbers that you have regrouped and brought over, guys, from the place value right next to it. So the 1 plus the 5 is 6 plus 2 is 8. So our answer 832. Okay. Now we're going to practice a little bit using base 10 blocks. So over on the right side of our screen, you'll see I've got click below to practice addition using base 10 blocks. We're going to practice with the same number here, 537 plus 295. So if you go ahead and write that number in your notebook, write this problem in your notebook, 537 plus 295, and also write the answer down in your notebook. We're going to need it when we click right here and go to the next screen, because you're going to build that. You're going to build those numbers. So I'll pause for a second and give you guys a chance. Okay, so I want you to just watch me first, and then you're going to get a chance to click here yourself and practice to build those numbers using base 10 blocks. So when you click there, this is where you get, and remember I had you to write down the problem, 537 plus 295, and we're going to go ahead and build that. So what you need are 500s to begin with. So of course you got the place value chart label here. You got the thousands place. So everything that represents 1,000 goes over here. The hundreds place, every number representing hundreds goes here. The tens here, and the ones here. Okay. So you got your base 10 blocks over here. You have your units, ones, your rods, your tens, your flats, the hundreds, and of course you've got your thousands right here. Okay. So our number again, 537 plus 295. So we're going to have 500s, and they go into the hundreds column. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's 500s there. Now we need 3 tens to represent the 3 in 537. 1, 2, 3. So 3 tens. And now we need 7 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So that's the first number. We just built the first number. The 537 is what we built here. Now we want to build the second number. We're going to build the second number. And we get 200s, what we need, 1, 2, and we need 9 tens, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. We got 9 tens, and we need 5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we built our second number, which was 200. I'll move that over a little bit. 295. So 295 represents 2 in the hundreds place, 9 in the tens place, and 5 in the ones place. All right, so now that we've got our two numbers built, our problem is an addition problem. So we're actually adding them up. So now, and this is going to require some regrouping. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ones right here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones right here. So, every group of 10, every time you reach a group of 10, you have to regroup it, and it makes one group of the next place value. Okay? So if we take the 7 right there, 8, 9, 10. So if we take this group of 10, this can be regrouped. It has to be regrouped into 110. So we're going to take 110, we'll move it over here, and we're going to remove the actual, let's see here, I don't want to take every last one of them off. Okay, so we had our group of 10, and now we need to, and we've regrouped, and we made one other, we've had our group of ones here. We had 10, and we made enough of these, 10 of these, enough to regroup which made 1 10. So we added the new 10 over here. We just got to remove this group of 1s now. And all we do is just click on this right here at the bottom. This is a little eraser. And you just click on the ones you want to remove. Okay? All right. So now we've got, now we need to go to the tens column. We're going to add these up. So we've got down here, remember, we didn't change these. These are 9. These are 9 in the tens column for 295. Now we got 4 over here. So we add up 9 and 4, we get 13. So that means that I'm just going to move this one down here to show you that this is a group of 10. So now this can be regrouped. It has to be regrouped to 100s. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and get me 100. I'm going to move it over here. And now I just need to remove these 10s because they've been regrouped. I don't mess with these because they don't make up, add up to be 10. Okay, so I remove those. That leaves 3 in the tens column. And now I've regrouped and put the 10s over here. Let's go in and count these again because once again, if they add up to be 10, they would have to be regrouped into the thousands place. So let's take a look. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I've got 8 right here. And remember, our final answer was 832. So let's make sure we have 8 in the hundreds column. We do. 3 in the tens, and we have 2 in the ones. So that's how you build your answer using the base 10 blocks. Okay, so for independent work, it's going to be on page 149 of your binder. So your independent work for the day is on page 149 in your binder, and this is just part of that page. I couldn't get it all on the screen just to show you what the page looks like. Okay, there's more underneath here that you're going to need to complete. You're going to do everything on page 149, and after you do that, make sure you're going to have to take a picture of your work and add it to your assignment before you turn it in. Okay, so our next slide explains that even further. So you complete page 149 for your independent work. Don't forget to take a picture of your work so that your teacher can see your work and upload it to the assignment before you turn it in. And today, I want you to also practice on Khan Academy addition assignments that have already been assigned to you by your teacher. So there's going to be some addition problems that you're going to need to practice with. There's videos for you to work on in Khan Academy. Okay.